Hi folks, I hope this video finds you all well. I hope you've all enjoyed some fantastic weather recently. We certainly have here in northwest UK. Absolutely amazing weather. In fact, I've been sat out all day today in my backyard with my two dogs, thinking about how and what we can do to make this channel better, and how and what we can do to all keep up the good fight. There's a lot of people that comment on the videos on the channel and saying things like, I wish I could do what you do, and how do you do it, and this, that and the other. Now, I realise that a lot of people may not have the confidence yet or the knowledge yet to be able to go out and and effectively fight for the rights the way that some of us do, and that's fine. This channel hopefully will help to empower you to do that in the future and provide you with information that may be of use to you in order to be able to stand your ground against oppression and infringement of your inalienable rights. But I was sitting out in the garden, as I say, just thinking about what can I do, or what can we do as a community to help other people? Well, it dawned on me that in just 2 months, the channel has amassed over 4,600 subscribers, something that I am honestly astonished by. And quite frankly, I'm incredibly grateful for it and for all of you. But it dawned on me that with so much support for the channel, I wondered if we could really put that support to better use, i.e. not simply just for me to say I've got X amount of subscribers. So I was thinking about how when somebody is abused by somebody in authority, or they have their civil or inalienable rights infringed upon, how much weight would 4,600 plus complaints hold up against the aggressor? So what I've been thinking about, and what I want your opinion about, guys, is that I would like to set up a website to accompany this channel, a place where people can go and, not just get help and advice and watch videos, but they would be able to upload their own interactions, their own videos to me, so that I may use them on this channel and garner support for them. I would simply ask those people who feel that they've been mistreated, unlawfully arrested, whatever the case might be, to download a document which I will have created, a legal document which I will have created, that would outline their consent to allow others to complain on their behalf, which would then be downloaded, printed, signed by that person, and then scanned and re-uploaded back to me, which would then be available for all of you guys to be able to download, fill in electronically. So it would be an editable document which you would be able to put your name on if you want to, bearing in mind that complaints don't necessarily have to have a name on, but it would have the person's, the complainant's police reference number, so the incident number. It would have the date on it, and it would be signed by the complainant. You could then download that document after watching the video on the channel. You'd be able to enter your name, or simply put anonymous, or whatever it is you want to do, and then email it to the relevant police force complaints department. Can you imagine a police complaints department getting 4,600 plus complaints in a day? I don't think that incident will be getting swept under the carpet with that much support for the complainant. Now, this is just an idea that I've had at the moment. I wanted to put it to you guys because I trust and I respect your opinions. Some people I do not. Generally, the subscribers are people who, apart from the ones that are, the police trolls, but generally the subscribers are the ones who support what we do and genuinely want to help in some way. So for those people that can't physically go out and do what we do, then there is another way you can help. So as I say, the plan is, or the idea is, to create a website that accompanies this YouTube channel. People will be able to upload their incidents. Obviously, they have to be recent incidents. They would upload that incident video to the website. They would complete the form. They would download that form, print it off, sign it, put in the police reference number or the incident reference number and the date, so that we have the information for the complaints department to be able to identify that incident. You would then download that directly onto your computer. You'd be able to edit it. It would be an editable PDF document, so you won't be able to change anything on there apart from the field where your name would go, and there may be an area for you to write in why you are making a complaint. Now, I know some people will be thinking that, well, we can't complain on behalf of other people. So I want to show you something very quickly. This is askthepolice.uk or askthe.police.uk. This is the UK Police questions and answers website. Now on here, this is question 299. How do I make a complaint against the police? It says here, if you think you've been treated unfairly by the police or the standard of service you received was unacceptable, you have the right to make a complaint. Who can make a complaint? The victim, persons adversely affected, or witnesses. If you're making a complaint on behalf of a person listed above, you will need to have their written permission, which is where the form comes in. As I say, they download it, they would sign it. This would be a permission form, basically, to say that you can make that complaint. They're happy for you to make a complaint on their behalf. If you're making a complaint, this does not apply if you are the parent or guardian of a child under 16 and wish to make a complaint on their behalf, or are a solicitor or MP complaining on someone's behalf. Who can I complain about? Police officers, special constables, all police staff including PCSOs, PEO staff, detention officers, traffic wardens and administrative staff. What can I complain about? You can make a complaint if you experience inappropriate behaviour from a police officer, staff member, contractor or volunteer. For instance, if you felt that they were rude or aggressive in their treatment of you, which is generally every police officer. If you saw a police officer, staff member, contractor or volunteer acting inappropriately, which again is most of the police officers, or have been adversely affected by the conduct of a police officer, staff member, contractor or volunteer, even if it did not take place in relation to you. Now that's very important, and I'll explain why in just a second. You can also complain about how a police force is run. For example, you complain about policing standards or policing policy. Now this is something that I'm going to be chasing up with regards to my own arrest back in February, because I believe that the inspector overstepped his mark and wrongfully allowed my arrest, which clearly happened because I was released without charge, and I've since had a no further action letter. So who do I complain to? If you want to make a complaint about the way that your case has been handled by the police or about any policy or procedure, then you should contact your local force. What I would do, or what I plan to do if we go ahead with this idea, is when somebody uploads a video to me, I would edit the video and give my opinion on that video, as I have been on some of the others on the channel. As you've seen, I seem to get quite a good response from those videos, and then I would put that link into the description, okay, so that you'd have the link to the authorization to make a complaint on their behalf letter in the description, and you'd also have a link directly to that force that's involved, to their complaints department. So I want to make it as easy as I can for people. It says, please note that any complaints sent to the Independent Office for Police Conduct are forwarded automatically to the local police force. The IOPC, which oversees the police complaint system in England and Wales, only investigates the most serious and sensitive incidents and allegations involving police. For example, allegations of serious corruption or serious assault, where there are indications of police officers or staff committing criminal offences or causing serious injury, or where a person's direct or indirect contact with the police may have caused or contributed to their death or injury. Now, there's no time limit to make a complaint, but obviously I would encourage people to allow us to do this as quickly as possible. So I would encourage people to upload their video as quickly as possible, get the authorization letter downloaded, sign it, fill in the incident number and the date, scan it, re-upload it. It has to be done that way because it needs to have a person's actual signature on it, because it's a declaration. We need to make sure that that is done properly. But it says that obviously when complaints are made a long time after the incident, it can be more difficult to obtain evidence for that incident. But this is what I want to do. There is a slightly different way for Police Scotland in order to make complaints. It doesn't say anything on Police Scotland about allowing other people to make a complaint on your behalf, but I would imagine that there is a way. I can't see there not being a way for somebody else to be able to make a complaint on, because somebody else has been mistreated. So I have looked through Police Scotland's website, and I can't find anywhere that says that you can make a complaint on behalf of somebody. But I honestly think if UK and Wales allow it, I can't see why Police Scotland wouldn't. Now, just very quickly go back to this where it says if you are a person adversely affected. So if we pop that into Google, it means, so here we go, look, just hit the adversely, dictionary.com. Unfavourable or antagonistic in purpose or effect. So Yes, if it adversely affects people, it means it's unfavourable. You found it unfavourable or antagonistic. Robert Leach, they should be out catching criminals. Indeed they should, my friend. Indeed they should. So anyway, so that's what I want to do. But I want to ask you guys, because you know you are the community around this channel, and you know I respect your opinions, as I say, good and bad. And I think that it's only right for me to say to you, would you, you know, as part of this community, be willing to help somebody out that you may not know by writing it, by sending in or emailing in a complaint to the relevant police force if that person has been mistreated, abused, or wrongfully arrested? I am going to do a poll. I'm going to do that I'll show you where I'm going to do that, under this tab here, the community tab on my profile page. See, in here I can add a poll. So first of all, clearly I want to ask you first, and I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below, but I'm also going to do a poll as well, simply just to confirm, because it's going to be very difficult for me to go through and count all the yeses and nos in comments, because I get quite a lot of comments on these videos. So if I could ask you please just to take a second to go to the community tab on my YouTube profile after you've seen this video, and just click yes or no for me. If you are willing to, you know, just take a few seconds of your time or a minute of your time to download a form, fill in your name or type in anonymous if you want to, and send that to the relevant police force, which I will also link to in any videos that I receive. If you can let me know, and then I can start working on making this happen. I think it would be a big help to everybody who may feel that they've been hard done by and doesn't think that they've got enough weight behind them individually to put a complaint in. I think everybody should make a complaint if they've been mistreated, unlawfully arrested, assaulted, or whatever it might be. If you're a prick and you've done something wrong and you've been arrested, then, you know, we're going to see the video, we're going to know, and, you know, clearly I'm not going to upload that to the channel. But if it's a genuine interaction where you've stood your ground and you've been, you know, you haven't broken any laws and you've been mistreated, like myself in my arrest video in Crosby, like Current Climate and his arrest video in West Yorkshire, didn't swear, we didn't breach the peace, there was no public order issues, we were simply targeted and attacked and arrested simply for taking photos. Now, this doesn't have to be just taking photos. If you're, you know, you could be doing anything. You could be driving, you could be doing anything. If you feel that you have been mistreated by the police, or if you feel that you've been mistreated by a public official, even the cigarette butt police, you know, even the litter police, whatever you want to call them, even those people we can complain about. Traffic wardens, we can complain about. So if you have an interaction with any of these people that wear a uniform, record it. Record as much of it as you can. Stay calm. Don't breach the peace. Don't turn it into a public order offence. Stay calm. Tell them, you know, your rights. If they refuse to accept that and they infringe them, then let me know. We can upload it to the channel. Get a lot of great advice from people on the channel, albeit it's not legal advice. I have to say that. But it can help you to determine what path you're going to take. But we can all help. If everybody, or if lots of you feel that it's something you'd like to be a part of, then I would appreciate it. And I'm sure there's lots and lots of people out there who have not taken action or who will not take action because they just feel that it's them against the whole police force. 4,600 complaints, I think, is going to get some attention. Do you see what I mean? So I'm going to leave the video there, guys. I didn't mean it to go on, but I start talking, I get carried away. But I appreciate every single one of you for supporting me and the channel. I have made a few t-shirts and whatnot designs. You'll be able to find a link to some merchandise that I've had created in the description below. You can check those out if you want to, you know, if you want to get something from there. I will be getting some more designs done over time. There's just a few designs on there at the moment. But if you'd like to buy something there, that would be great. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Guys, thank you so much for your time. As I say, once this video is up, I will have a poll in the community tab on my profile, on my YouTube profile. Please pop over there and just hit yes or no, just so I know whether or not it's going to be worth doing So yeah, other than that, have a lovely evening or day, wherever you might be, and I'll see you in my next video.